Now, Manor is one of the most common places that you guys, when you reach out, bring up to me because again, it offers a location. Basically, it's probably the nearest suburb commuting into Austin that you can get. But for a very long time, it was just a really small town. There wasn't a ton going on. I mean, shoot, when we first did our first, like, what it's like, I think in 2023, Manor's grocery store was Walmart. However, if you look just behind me here, a very familiar looking building, HEB should be opening here in just a couple of months. Home Depot actually opens next week. A Chili's, Chick-fil-A. This is the Manor Crossing development, is going to be an absolute game changer for Manor. Now in this video, we're going to show you everything about what it's like if you're looking to relocate here. Maybe you already live in the Austin area and you're looking to maybe buy a home here and plant your family here in Manor. This is going to be the ultimate guide of what 2025 is looking like, what's moving, what's shaking, the new stuff coming here in Manor. And seriously, there's a lot to talk about. Now, for the format of this video, we're gonna start off here in Manor Crossing. I'll talk more about that here in a second. Then we'll work our way north and kind of swoop down, again, talking about some of the new things, both public works projects, as well as some cool neighborhoods that I think are worth featuring. Just stuff that's coming here in Manor that's a little bit unique. But starting off, Manor Crossing. This has been a long time coming. We've been talking about this now for years, and we're honestly really close to finally being here. As you can see behind me, HEB is getting very close. That's supposed to open up this year. So I imagine within a few months, this really is going to be a game changer because again, Manor for the longest time did not have a grocery store other than the Walmart. Now, Walmart's great and good, but having an HEB here in Manor has been a long time coming. Just on the other side, this Home Depot is actually opening next week when we're filming this video. Very, very cool to have that. And you can see back behind too, there's a whole bunch of tilt walls up. We've got a lot more shopping, restaurants. Chick-fil-A and Chili's actually have already opened up in here. There's even more projects coming. Of course, Manor Rise Academy. Now, we just passed school choice. That's gonna be very, very cool to have here. That's publicly funded, that's Manor ISD. Very, very cool to have out here. But anyways, so much is growing out here in Manor that it's very exciting to see some of these things coming. And literally all of the neighborhoods that we are gonna showcase today are within 10 minutes of here. So all of your daily things are gonna be so much closer than what you used to have to do to drive into East Austin. It's very, very exciting to see coming. Now, let's jump in the car. I got a lot to show you. Now we're doing a quick stop, literally like 4 minutes north of the Manor Crossing development where I do HEB, all the things are coming in, to Mustang Valley. This is a really, really cool community. You can actually see just behind me, that is the Manor ISD Athletic Complex where their football stadium, all of that fun stuff is. But again, this area is growing tremendously. Now this neighborhood is built out fully by KB Homes. Now they are building homes as low as, starting in, the high $200,000 range, offering a ton of value. Now, realistically, after a few little upgrades, everything basically through here is gonna be bumped into that very low 300 mark. But again, you get a lot for your money with KB Home. I really like their homes. I sell quite a few of them every year. And this really is a cool neighborhood. They've got a really cool dog park area. They've got a playground, basketball court. Again, for the value you're getting, I really think this is a very cool option. And again, just a couple minutes north of all the things going on here in Manor, but we got a lot more to show you. Let's jump in the car. Now, as we work our way back towards Manor, we're actually gonna jut off here to the east side of Manor. We're pulling off of 290 now into a neighborhood called Carillon. Now, this neighborhood is kind of gonna be up with Shadow Glen. Now, Shadow Glen, of course, is the golf course community here in Manor. Now, this is not gonna be that level, but Shadow Glen is really known for its amenities. And Carillon is probably the next closest in terms of amenities. Obviously, the amenity center is now open in here, and Carillon's definitely going to be that kind of mid-high tier neighborhood in terms of what they're offering. There's a good number of different builders here offering really high-end stuff. You're going to see high ceilings. You're going to see a lot of customization options from builders like Chesmar, for example. Really cool one, Richmond American is building the RV garage homes. This is one of only 2 places in the Austin area where they are offering this product. Again, it's funny, most of the people buying these tend to be car guys who want space, or people who are looking for a large large studio space. You could really use it for either, but it is designed to fit a Class A RV bus inside the garage. It's huge, and again, very, very unique for the area. Very cool to have that. But the pool area is open, the pickleball courts, again, very amenity rich on the very edge. Now, this is on the very east edge of Manor also, so it's worth noting that half of the neighborhood is in Elgin ISD, half of it's in Manor. So if you're very particular about schools or there's certain programs you want to get your kids into, definitely make sure to realize like which address, because each one's a little bit different. If you want help with that, reach out, I'll help you with it. But all in all, very, very cool. Now, one of the bigger projects going on in Manor is to deal with the traffic. It goes without saying that one of the bigger complaints about Manor generally has been there's really only one way in and out, which is 290, Highway 290. But of course, having that with the population growth that we've had here in Manor, and of course 290 being one of the main routes over to Houston, just means that it's pretty heavily trafficked. However, as you can see, we're driving on Old Highway 20, which is one of the bigger construction projects going on here in Manor. Now they just repaved this, but there's actively projects going on for here and for 963, the highway that goes south of Manor, to just offer some more ways to commute into town. Very, very cool to see a lot of the roadway projects coming. Now, granted, a lot of these are going to be, I mean, maybe even a decade out from being fully complete, but very, very cool again, just to see the progress coming along and to see that Manor's really working on it. Of course, with the TxDOT and all the other jurisdictions that build the roads. But yeah, very, very cool to see. So if you're commuting to and from Manor, now granted, we're not very far from Austin itself, but very cool to see a lot of these projects coming in. And speaking of projects, there's a really big one just off of this road. Now, if you're more ambitious than I am, what I am standing on right now is a very cool new project that Manor's been working on, coupled with the city of Austin. The trail that I'm standing on takes you all the way from Manor all the way to downtown Austin. Now, I am not disciplined enough to bike that far, although I probably would have in high school. But very, very cool to see stuff like this coming, you know, kind of the off the bat things, because again, we're not that far, and this literally will take you all the way to downtown Austin completely unstopped. The trail will take you all the way there. Very, very cool, and again, just one of the really neat projects that Manor is putting together. Now, working our way south, this is Lagos Reserve, a more exclusive self-developed section of Lagos, which is a pretty big master plan community here on the south side of Manor. This whole section self-developed by Pointe Homes, and I wanted to make sure to stop by here because I think these offer a really nice value for what you're paying. Now, these homes, Pointe's a really nice builder. They offer a lot of really nice features, which I'm going to show you around these model homes here in just a second. But all in all, for the price you're paying, some of their smaller homes are starting in the very high 300s they've got a big one listed right now that's about 3,000 square feet in the low 5s. Honestly, really, really cool value. Now, this and Whisper Valley, the next neighborhood over. Whisper Valley, you'll see a lot of Manor addresses. Whisper Valley is a totally different school district. We are within Manor ISD still here. So again, if schools are really important, definitely worth checking out. But I'm going to show you around these model homes that just opened, brand new section here. And I'm going to show you why Pointe, I think, offers a lot of value for the money. Now, in this neighborhood, Pointe has modeled both their biggest and their smallest floor plan, just to again give you a good sense of what's going on here. Now, obviously, too, this is the model home, so they've done it all up with all the nice options, but look at what you can get. Again, for the money, I really think it's a really cool value. I love the fact that they offer custom details like this. If you'll notice, these are cafe line appliances all around. So if cooking's a really big deal to you, these are absolutely top of the line. You can get stuff like the farmhouse sink. Again, with these prices working out, this is again their biggest floor plan, but mid 500s, this really does offer a cool value for the money. Now, if you've been looking around Manor, I sure hope this video was helpful to you. Maybe you're looking around, comparing it to some of the other suburbs around Austin. Maybe a home stood out to you and you were just curious what it's actually like to live here. All of those, I hope this video was helpful to you. And if you're looking for a real estate agent, not only to help you and your family find the right house at the right price, of course, but also the right community for you and your family that feels like home, I would love to be that resource of choice for you. My personal contact details are on the screen and down below. Call, text, email me directly anytime. I'd obviously love the opportunity to work for you as your real estate agent of choice here in the Austin area. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.